let us try to understand why transcreation and its difference from translation and localization. Now, transcreation, as defined by many experts, it goes beyond translation and localization and content creation because it's more than that. Its step or its process starts or includes translation, localization, and content creation, and even content recreation. It's a process of adapting content from one language to another while maintaining the existing tone, intent, and style. So there is translation, as you could see. There is localization also because you're going to hit the right target, hit the right culture, hit the right people, and of course, there's fine tuning of the elements. It's translation plus creation, the act of changing a text to make its meaning culturally appropriate for a target market. So, this is a way of observing cultural sensitivity because there are cultural practices that might not be acceptable. If you're going to push for it, it might hurt them. It might give them a bad taste. So better be careful and ensure that the product or the artwork is not in any way hurting anyone in terms of cultural practices. Transcreation involves understanding the target market and carefully tailoring the message using suitable language, style, imagery, and tone for optimal appeal and effective messaging. Translation, on the other hand, comes from the Latin word translatio, which comes from trans, which means across, plus fere, to carry or to bring. And then latio is in turn coming from latos, the past participle of ferry. Thus, translatio is a carrying across or a bringing across, in this case, of a text from one language to another. This is also converting your content from the source language into the target language, respecting grammar rules and syntax. This is simply putting the word into the word of a particular group of people. English to Bisaya to Tagalog to Spanish. That's translation. Localization, on the other hand, is a more comprehensive process than translation and addresses cultural and non textual components as well as linguistic issues when adapting a product or service for another country or locale. Write an agenda here, please disregard that one. So it's more comprehensive than translation because in translation it's literal conversion of the word, but in localization you're looking into the place already. So, for example, the word langgam. So, if you're translating that literally, that will be bird, but it will not work when you go to Luzon because langgam in Luzon is not a bird, but it's an ant. So localization is putting this or placing the setting into the place or the locale. The process of adapting a product's translation to a specific country or region. So it's not just literal translation, but how the word is used in that particular country. About more than rewriting the text into a different language, it adapts your message to local audiences, widely used for websites, mobile app software, video games, multimedia content, and voice overs. Content creation and the recreation. is the process of identifying a new topic you want to write about, deciding which form you want the content to take, formalizing your strategy, keyword or otherwise, and then actually producing it. So before you create the particular artwork, you think of the content, and that's where content creation comes in. Now, content recreation is making a way to improve the existing content or tailor fitting the existing content to make it more suitable to the people living in that particular area. It's a process of generating topic ideas that appeal to your buyer persona, creating written or visual content around those ideas, and making the information accessible to your audience as a blog, video, vlog, infographic, or other format. It's a contribution of information to any media and most especially to digital media for an end user audience in specific contexts, such as blogs, vlogs. These are contents, and content creation is the very first step before producing the vlog. Transcreation versus translation and localization. So here it is, what you need. Now, if your purpose, adherence to source, stakeholder engagement type of asset has to be considered. So look at the comparison for translation, factual, for localization, original, for transcreation, motivational. Okay, and then adherence, accurate, localization, authentic, transcreation, conceptual, stakeholder engagement, low for translation, medium high for localization, high, very high for transcreation because the stakeholders know better. Text, email, chat, help docs or type of asset. For localization, websites, email, training, product, info. For transcreation, slogans, taglines, campaigns, brochure,